What's going on, guys? Pdaaaawg here, and welcome to episode 1 of Fightin Talk, which is the second part of this fighting series where I share my thoughts on several different fighting game happenings. And in this episode I'm going to talk about something that I've been talking about in quite a few of my ranked sets recently. I'm just going to make a separate video about it because I do think it is quite a problem in Street Fighter and stuff. In particular Street Fighter. Sometimes it might happen in other games, so I think Street Fighter 4 is the main problem for it. As you can see, I'm going to do my Fightin Talk videos IRL because there are some cases where I actually have to use my TV, like this video where I'm going to have to use my TV for examples for some of these videos. So I think I'm just going to get this set up here while I talk a bit of backstory into this, alright? So previously in Street Fighter, back when it first came out, obviously the primary number one cheating thing for it was boosting. That was the primary problem with this game, was people just boosted to get to the top of the leaderboards. We all know, I do my greatest AE 2012 matches or Super Street Fighter 4 matches ever to expose these boosters or really bad players. So what I do see quite a lot is a lot of people recently now, they kind of dropped the boosting. So now they're moving on to this new technique where sometimes it can be a misunderstanding, but in other cases it's not, where they'll purposely lose a match of Street Fighter. They'll play ranked. Say they have a really good character, right? Say you play Guile to a really high level, okay? You're B+ with him, but you're I'm good, but I don't want to get the 3,000 points because you're too afraid to lose your points, okay? That's the problem. So you don't want to lose your points because you're too scared. So what they do is that they'll play, say, El Fuerte or something, someone stupid like Dan. They'll play a character like that, and then they'll just lose the match purposely. They'll taunt, they'll jump around and stuff, and they'll pretty much give you a free win. Now, if you're, say they're starting at 2,500 player points, right? They're probably going to plummet the whole way down to maybe 900 player points, right? Then they're going to pick Guile, their amazing character that they're actually really good with, and some people actually fight, they're actually really good, but I'm just why, you're really good with your character, so why are you using this technique to get more points? So what happens is they get to 900 player points, they start using their B+ rank Guile, because sometimes you see this, I'm going to explain some of the reasons why it's not, why you shouldn't be a B+ if you have less than 2,000 player points, or even 2,500. So what happens is they play Guile, and then they fight a whole bunch of people. They go to same skill and they fight a whole bunch of people their skill, which at that point is about 900 player points. So I'm pretty sure the Street Fighter ranking system goes 500 player points above and below your player points. So they're probably fighting people from 400 player points to 1400, okay? So that's not very good because everyone knows that if you're really low in player points, you're gonna have a B rank character that really sucks, okay? So that's the problem, because it's very easy to get a B rank. It's not easy to hold on to, and it's definitely not easy to get a B+ and hold on to that. Now the problem with this here is that because it's B rank, then B+, they gain 35 points, and if they beat someone it's a B rank. So if you're a 900 point Guile, and you're amazing with Guile, then you're just beating down on 10 players that are B rank, and they're losing points, and you're just gaining them easily. So they're gaining about 100 player. No, they're getting about 50 player points as they're fighting people their rank, their rank. But they're gaining huge battle points for matches that they're just winning for free. So then they get the whole way back up to 2,500 player points. They're okay, I've won all my matches with Guile, time to go back, rinse and repeat, time to go back and play a really bad character, and then I'll lose all my points and I'll just play Guile and win them all back again. And then I've seen people get huge points, and I'm gonna expose a few people here, right? So some people that used to do it and some people that won't. So I'm gonna maybe turn the camera over and I'm gonna show you some examples. Let's see if I can go to replay mode anyway and see this. So I'm gonna explain some of the theology while I'm looking for some replays of people. So let's see, have B rank people aren't so bad. If you see a B rank, there's maybe 7,000 points. That's okay, I guess, if they're 2,000 player points and stuff. If they're if they're below 2,000 player points, it's really weird for them to be B rank, and a high B rank or B+ or an A. I've seen A rank people are 1,500 points, and I'm just what? Either A, and then that's probably they're really good, but they're just purposely losing the points just so they can win more battle points from the people that they beat that all suck. Let's see. I'm trying to find a few people here. Sorry, this might take a while here. I'm just trying to look. There's Fergie or Ferdy or whatever the heck his name is playing El Fuerte. Props to him, by the way. It's not very easy to play El Fuerte in ranked, that's for sure. I'm still trying to find it. This might not be a very good day to find replays here, but I'm not really here to expose people per se. I'm just kind of here to explain it. But I would really like to see. I would really like to find an actual example here. As you see a lot of B rank people that have like really no points. Here's kind of an example, I guess. This is here a Gal player, right? And he has 9,000. If I hold on, I'm gonna try and like turn the camera, but I don't want to like expose any gamer tags, so I'm just kind of like slowly zoom in a bit. Let me zoom in. So this might be quite a bit home. Still can see the gamer tags, alright? There, right? So you can still see his name, but still, alright, so there we go, now you can. A Gal player with about 2,200 battle points and about 9,000 player, or 2,200 player points, but only like 9,000 battle points. I don't know, that looks pretty weird. How can you, if you're like winning that much, like the theology of this here is, if you're B+, that means you're winning about 3 times as much as you're losing. Now, to explain to me, oh, I'm naturally at 2,000 player points. If you're around 2,000 player points, you're winning just as much as you're losing, or less than that, like 1,500. You're winning just as much as you're losing, or you're losing more than you're winning. If you're B+, you have to win more than you lose, because you lose a load of points if you're B+, and you get beat by anyone. So, to say to me, oh, well, I'm B+, but I'm also at like 1,500 player points, that's like 2 wrong, so don't make it right. So that's just, you can't be a B+, you can't be like 12,000 points, say, and have like 1,800 player points, because that means that if you're 1,800 player points, you're winning just as much as you're losing, or you're losing more than you're winning. But your 12,000 points means that you're winning like 3 times more than you're losing, which doesn't add up. So if you're winning 3 times more than you're losing, you probably should be around the 3,000, 3,000 player point bracket. But if you're like winning, but if you're losing more than you're winning, or you're drew, then you're either going to be B rank and lower, or you're just not going to be B+. So I'm trying to find a few other people here. Let's see. That guy's legit. There's 2,500. Not so much here. No, not many people are on it. But I'll try and find some actual examples I have actually saved up. Alright, so I might. Oh, let me see if I can find. Oh, whoops, wrong setting. Let's go to my list. Alright. Let's go to the replay lol B+. Okay. So you've got this here guy, alright. Not this guy. In fact, yes, it is this guy. Look. He's got 1,100 player points and he's 5,000 battle points, but he's a B+. I figured that one out. I just don't get that. So you have people like that there, who maybe he was like trying to do that. Maybe it was like working for him, and they got a B+ now. You just start losing a lot. It's hard to explain. There is one more Gal player that some of you may be familiar with, and I'm not gonna give any names, okay? So, but the problem. Oh, sorry, my camera's still zoomed in. Oops. But there are still. I do know of, like, some people, like, I am familiar with a Gal player that's really high up in the leaderboards, but he is a primary example of somebody who I've seen at like 900 player points playing some random character, and then playing Gal, and then getting the whole way up to like A and A+. The stuff we got there, they don't earn their points, I don't think. Like, they got the skill, I'm not denying how good they are, but they just don't deserve the points, because it's technically some way of boosting, except your opponent doesn't know when you're boosting, but I do. Alright, so I'm just gonna say that, alright. So anyway, that concludes episode 1 of Fightin Talks. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll have a lot more for you. I've got a lot more video ideas for these here, so, and I'll probably do some like replies to some other hot topics that are going to be happening. So I will see you guys next time whenever I make another Fightin Talks.